These are the most unusual deaths you will ever hear about, and some of these are mind-blowing. Up first is Kurt Gödel, and he was an Australian-American mathematician who developed an obsessive fear of being poisoned, and he then refused to eat food prepared by anyone but his wife. But when his wife became ill and was hospitalized, he starved to death because he didn't eat any food from anybody else. Next, a 26-year-old man from New Hampshire had a very bad case of snoring. So he attempted to cure his snoring by inserting tampons into his nostrils. He then died from suffocation in his sleep from the tampons and with sleeping pills adding to his breathing difficulties. Next, a doctor from Houston, Texas named Hitoshi Nikaido was killed after his head was trapped in elevator doors at the hospital he worked at. He was partially decapitated as the elevator ascended, and he also sustained injuries to his ribs and spine. There was also reports that he was a little drunk too, but it's not confirmed. Next, 21-year-old Josh Hutcherson was driving home drunk with his 23-year-old friend Francis Bromes, who is pictured here. Francis was hanging out the passenger window while vomiting due to having car sickness at the time. Josh then drove off the road and sideswiped a telephone pole support wire, completely decapitating Francis. Josh then continued driving the final 12 miles to his home in Atlanta. He then parked his car in the driveway and went to bed. A neighbor then found Francis's headless body in the truck the next morning. If you've ever seen the movie Hereditary, then you remember the pole scene. Well, that pole scene was actually inspired by this gruesome death.